second. That was a drop.
Listen, I'll explain why that happened in just about 5 seconds. Welcome to Attack of the Show, everybody. TV's only source for all the stuff you care about. Tuesday, December 12th. My name, Kevin Pereira.
Hey, everyone. I'm ENunn, and we are coming to you live from the G4 studios in L.A.
Get to it.
Kevin, I am glad to see you back.
Oh, I'm glad you are. I'm glad you're glad to see me back.
No, I am. Kevin, you were out on assignment yesterday, and you know, I know you've watched already, but I want to apologize before, but when Papa Pereira's away, yes, the kids did play.
That's why I went to the newspapers. Apparently, I'm the fun Nazi around here.
You're not the fun
Nazi. I just smother fun with a pillow. And so that's why I was like, oh, I can be wacky and unexpected. Let's have fun like it's Monday.
Well, as an example, fun and wacky doesn't do this. Fun and wacky does like
I was thinking...
That's fun and wacky. That's
I was thinking about the crew that now has to clean this up before my loop. That is a hazard. Someone could slip.
No, Kevin, here's the thing. You're the veteran here.
True.
You know, we have to be on our best behavior when you're here. And I actually am ashamed because when you're not here, that means I take over the show.
Right. And Conductor Munn drives the Amtrak right off the rails.
I did.
I did.
And, you know, Blair looked to me to help carry on the show, and it went wrong. It went south.
Okay.
Things were going bad, Kevin.
Don't get to that place.
No,
We're
Kevin,
fine.
things are going bad.
We're fine, sweetheart. Here, watch. Ready? Boom. I want to get something off my chest, actually. See how we're done?
Yeah.
I want to go to, we have newspapers here, and I like tangible things. I like print on a page. And it got me thinking, you know, what year is this, really? Is it 2006?
Yeah, almost 2000.
Why are people still sending email?
I know, right?
Screw email. Let's go back to the time where sending information, data, photos, and fun was awesome. It was tangible. Let's go back to faxing, huh?
Yes!
Look at that thing! Look at that guy!
Some people say it's a lost art.
It really is like calligraphy.
It's like 1992 all over again, people.
So we've set up a fax machine live, folks. It's sitting right over there. Look at it. It's just waiting for you. Send us anything you want. Fax anything to 310-979-2699, or for some reason you're a complete nerd and you don't have a fax machine.
I want to have a fax machine.
What a loser. Go to g4tv.com/fax, AOTS. We're going to have a bunch of links to websites that offer faxing for free. So you just type something in, upload a photo, but just no more than 2 pages per fax.
Yeah, a lot of people want to send us stuff, hopefully, and we don't want to jam the faxer. But
I don't hear it going yet, by the way.
No, but it will. They just got it. But
okay.
I'm really excited because who knows what we'll get? Like maybe some art you guys have been working on, or your shopping list, or maybe some naked pictures of your girlfriend.
Well, yeah, I'll fax some pictures of all your girlfriends. It's fine. Every time we go to the fax machine throughout the show, there it is, folks. It's going to be like Christmas. You know, we don't know what we're going to get, so surprise us. Send us what's on your mind. Yeah. We're actually going to try to show as much as we can throughout the show live on air.
So much fun. Again, send us a fax at 310-979-2699 or go to g4tv.com/fax, AOTS.
Nobody has a fax machine. Nobody has one out there.
They're all going online.
Go to the website. Send us one, please.
Maybe another thing we can do is send out your personal cell phone number. Just call Kevin live.
Oh, yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, I'll give out yours. You've got 2 right here. We can just let them ring.
No, those are my phones. You guys, now, while we wait for your randomness, let's go to a place that always delivers the good.
Yes, press send. Wait for the screeching noises. We're going around the net.
When friends and couples get together with some drinks...
It's receiving! Sorry. I'm sorry. I don't mean to... I'm totally derailing the show now. It's receiving. No, don't check it. We'll wait.
No, I'm just looking. It says call pickup. I'm very excited.
We're on the net.
All right.
Yes.
All right. The TV show again. Sooner or later, you guys, when you're drinking with friends, the topic of conversation always turns to sex. You should see when Kevin and I go drinking together. That's where it always gets.
Come on, baby. It's coming. It's coming. It says it's receiving.
Okay, he's actually delivering a baby back there.
Yeah.
But you know, when you're drinking, you talk about sex. What else are you going to talk about? Like the weather when you're drunk?
True. The more drinks you have, typically, the more fun things get. Spoken like Lindsay Lohan, actually. But, you know, everybody's watching this YouTube video where one smart guy decided to whip out a banana while he's hanging out with some tipsy lady friends, if you will.
And after some prodding by the males, you can imagine where it goes from here. The first girl, she can't take much, but
she tries.
But watch what her friend is able to do. That's the first girl.
Yeah, girl number 1.
Here's second girl.
Valiant effort. Now, I know you don't want to look away from the blue top madness there, the little monster, but keep an eye on the guy sitting next to her. I'm assuming that's perhaps a new boyfriend who's now realizing she probably has a history that he doesn't know about, and that's exactly the face he'd make. Come on! That was good.
I don't know. I'm not that... It's not that nothing. I mean, it's just... I'm not that shocked, really. I mean, she didn't put the whole banana in.
Oh, whether it's beer chugging or banana chugging, you're not impressed by a woman who can do something well.
I was impressed that I beat your ass in chugging.
You think you can top that woman? Bring it. Let's get it going. You wanna do a little yappity yap? So let's see it, sister.
Yeah, is this what you were doing yesterday, buying bologna while we were trying to have a show?
It was duty-free.
Yeah, Kevin, you wish. This is huge.
There's a fax coming in. All right, I should have went for the 12-inch kibasa. I know, I'm sorry. But hey, pretty good. All right, what do we anything good?
It just says call pickup.
Oh.
Fax machines never work. That's why we went on this dial. My fax machine is broken at my house.
Come on, send us a fax. All right, we're done with the meat products.
No, we're not. I'll do it.
Okay, yes.
By the end of the
we'll
show.
leave it there.
You'll see. Now, again, you wish. Take it. You do it.
All right. Fax something awesome, and I'll get Olivia to go for it.
Go to g4tv.com/AOTS for the links to that crazy awesome video you just saw.
Yeah, but right now it's time for the only news you... Calling the machine and yelling loudly at it when it picks up and screeches. Tell Olivia she's hot! No, that's not how it works. You need the fax paper.
I know. It says receiving.
Well, we're interactive today, not just with the fax machine, but also with the video voicemails, of course. So
you can let go of the balloon now, Kevin.
I love my meat. Let's check in with you in the Army of Monitor Heads.
Here is Matt from North Carolina.
Hey guys, with Nintendo and Sony finally releasing their next-gen consoles, and Microsoft hitting it big with their Xbox titles, do you think 2006 is one of the best years gamers have seen in a long time?
He will not...
Don't talk with your mouth full, Matt from North Carolina.
You want him to deep throat this one, too?
That is rude.
The console wars, it proved to be good, for this year, for the hardware more. It was like all about hardware.
Well, and that's the thing.
Not so much for software, though.
And that, it's a good year for gaming. We got some new hardware into the living room. Bad year when it comes to the software side of things. But that is debatable for some, and I think we're going to actually do that today. You all right, sweetheart?
Oh, it hurts my teeth.
Okay, keep it going.
Okay, now because we care, you guys, it is time for the poll question. What was the biggest gaming event of 2006?
I really do keep it boring around here, don't I?
You make it awesome, Kevin. Don't ever leave me again. Don't ever leave me. Don't leave. You guys vote on our website, g4tv.com/AOTS, or text your... That's a baloney.
Text your vote to G4TXT. That's 44898 to vote and register for AOTS live news alerts.
Did that hurt?
A little bit. All right. We have more groundbreaking show ahead. So much, in fact, that we are seriously considering nominating ourselves for a Nobel Prize. Because science sucks anyways, right?
Science does suck.
And scientists don't use fax machines.
Or baloney.
Send us something, please. We'll be back.
With all the ups and downs in gaming this year, we're taking a look at the events that have affected you the most in the loop. And
welcome back to Attack of the Show. We are live and talking gaming in 2006. Before the break, we asked you, what was the biggest gaming event of 2006? Well, according to you, the Great Console Wars of 06 was the year's biggest gaming event, taking 46% of the vote. Let's go on over to Kevin, who has paid multiple Chinese immigrants to wait in line for him this year.
What a year in gaming it has been. From the rise of the Nintendo DS to the fall of E3. This is really a year to remember for the video game world. But what were the highs and what were the low points of this entire year? The gaming experts are here. The opinions are ready to fly, so no pushing or shoving. Just take a number. Pre-order it if you have to. It's The Loop. Joining us tonight from Los Angeles, G4 gaming expert Jeff Keighley is here, and from San Francisco, executive editor for Electronic Gaming Monthly, Shane Bettenhausen. Gentlemen, welcome to The Loop. I'm excited to get into this one because I think a lot happened in this year for gamers and non-gamers alike. And Shane, I'd like to start with you talking about the Electronic Entertainment Expo. I mean, E3 every year gets bigger and better. It's louder. You got the noises, the booth babes, the video games, big screens. This year, people were saying it was the biggest yet. So how could it go away? How can a convention go away when it just seems to get bigger and better?
It actually got too big. It was unusable. It was tons of fanboys, thousands of games, crowds. You couldn't play anything. It'd been like E3, I'd go and play 2 games. I'm glad it's changing. The smaller, gentler E3 is the way to go.
So you're happy to see it go?
Totally. Good riddance.
Wow. Keighley, do you feel the same? I mean, how will E3's cancellation affect us in 07? The E3 as we know it.
First of all, it's that everyone keeps talking about how E3 has been canceled. It hasn't really been canceled. I mean, there's still going to be this E3 Media Festival in July. There's going to be a sort of public E3 later on in the fall. Yeah, I think Shane's right that it sort of got a little too big. It was crazy because you go to E3 and it would be 3 days to see like 1,000 games. You had no time to see all the games. So I think what we're going to see now is instead of this one big gaming feast, there'll still be this sort of scaled-down E3, but we'll see other sort of smaller events throughout the year. Sure. I can't imagine that Microsoft's going to wait until July to show us Halo 3, so I imagine there'll be some special event for Halo 3 earlier in the year.
But won't you miss at least the internet hype, the pomp and circumstance that happened even a few weeks before E3?
I think there'll be some of that, because I think we're still going to have, Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo do press conferences in July. So people are going to get hyped up about that stuff. Yeah, you're not going to have that big shot on G4 Live of, 50,000 people in a convention center. But that was really...
Actually, we're going to run in B-roll from years past, so it'll still look like the convention center's packed, even though we're at a Holiday Inn or a Renaissance down the street.
This year they covered up the booth babes, so it wasn't as fun anyway. You know, why have it if you can't look at the booth babes anymore?
This is true. This is true. All right, now aside from this next-gen war that happens at the end of this year, everybody's talking about PS3 versus Wii, they seem to ignore the handheld wars that have been going on. But I don't know if you can really call it a war at this point. I mean, Shane, we saw Nintendo dominate with their DS. I mean, is the PSP history, was 06 sort of the end of Sony's run?
Dude, the war is pretty much over. At this point, DS is like 4 times as many units worldwide as PSP. So although PSP is still around, it's not looking good for it.
I don't disagree,
UMD is obsolete.
PSP is, November it sold, I think, north of 600,000 units. I mean, DS did 900,000. So I think you're absolutely right. I mean, worldwide, like the DS has just obliterated the PSP in Japan. In America, it's a little, it's a little tighter. I think absolutely the DS still, I'm amazed at the lifespan of the DS. I mean, when it first came out, I was expecting it to only last a couple of years. Nintendo's proven that, they've done a lot of good games.
But yeah, surely you must have been shocked and amazed and blown away that a media format like the Universal Media Disc, UMDs, come on. Movie studios haven't exactly rallied behind it. Consumers they're not flying off shelves.
Well, I think that movie studios rallied behind UMD too much because I think there was a flood of too many movies for, UMD, and you see all these silly, like, Bridges of Madison County on UMD, which is totally, like, the wrong movie to put on PSP UMD. So, yeah, I think Sony's probably going to refresh the PSP next year. I think we'll probably see, like, a hard drive or flash-based version of the PSP. So it's not over. And I actually think there's a lot of cool stuff now with PS3 and PSP interactivity that we've only just started to see.
All right, Shane, let's go to the Xbox factor here. I mean, you could say the 360 had a bit of a rough start. Do you think they finished off well? Was 06 a good year for Microsoft?
Well, Gears of War made a big difference for them. It's an exclusive game that's really good. The problem with most of the other games, they're not really exclusive. So you're seeing the same games coming out for PS3. So because of that, it's been a little slow in taking off, I think. They need more exclusives. And 2007 will have that. But right now, there's still not that many games that are only on Xbox 360.
Right. What about the microtransactions, though, Jeff? I mean, is 2006 the year of the microtransaction?
Well, it started. I mean, I think there was a lot of backlash, as all of us have talked about, with the idea of like buying money for the Godfather world and kind of silly microtransactions. I think what will be interesting is once we see like Gears of War content coming out, and we next year I think is when the big games, like when you have Grand Theft Auto episodic content, that's when people are really going to spend money on a major scale, and we haven't seen that yet. So I think next year is probably when we're going to see it on a higher level. Do you think we'll see will we see horse armor in Grand Theft Auto though? Because that's all I'm really waiting on at this point, Jeff. All right, final question to you, Shane. We got Halo 3 coming next year. Everybody's excited for it. Is it going to kill the PlayStation 3? Is it all Microsoft needs for all of 07?
I mean, it's their biggest weapon, but it's not going to kill the PS3 because it only appeals to people who've played Halo, and those are Xbox fans. I think they need to reach beyond their base and make some new kinds of games to bring in new kinds of games.
Viva Pinata, right?
Yeah. No, but that game's it's a big flop because they tried too hard to make a kiddie game. So they need to try some different stuff with more different things that might work.
Jeff, what do you think? Does Microsoft need more than Halo 3 real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, but they've got Gears of War, they've got Mass Effect, which people are looking forward to. So I think next year they're going to have some good games, but we'll see. I mean, PS3's got Killzone and Metal Gear Solid 4, so it's going to be a battle.
All right. Hopefully it's not a pre-rendered battle. Thank you guys for joining us and keeping us in the loop. That's Jeff and Shane. Look, 2006 has been full of new consoles and great games, but it was also plagued by, well, the death of E3 as we know it, console shortages, and system poaching eBay power sellers. So here's the gaming in 2007, and hoping that we'll still get our booth babes, some reliable hardware, and maybe a copy of Halo 3 without having to take shrapnel to the chest. Right now, let's go over to Miss Olivia Munn.
Thanks, Kevin. Today we're bringing you the best new games. It's time to attack this. First up, The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess is now available on the aging GameCube. The only things missing are the obvious control differences, and if you haven't yet played the Wii version, you will hardly miss them. The game is virtually the same in almost every respect, with one giant difference. The entire game world on the GameCube is a mirror image of the Wii version. Link is a lefty on the GameCube and in all previous Zelda adventures, but the developers made Link a righty for the Wii version so that right-handed players could swing Link's sword with their right hand. It's pretty awesome, I know. Next, Full Auto 2 Battle Lines on the PS3. It's hard not to like a game that mixes fast cars with heavy armor, missiles, guns, and explosions, in addition to racing modes that usually have objectives like taking out a certain number of cars or protecting another car. There's also arena battle mode with multiplayer and PlayStation Network support, so you can commit vehicular homicide over the internet. Al Gore would be so proud. Next up, Elebits for the Wii is a game so bizarre and unique that you won't even notice the less than next-gen graphics. Tiny creatures called Elebits are hiding in your cereal boxes, under the bed, and in your closet. You need to use your electrified gravity beam to rip the little bastards from their hiding places. Up to 4 players can use their Wiimote Foo at the same time, and you can create and trade new levels over Wii Connect 24. And finally, for some cheap fun, head to your local participating Burger King, get you a value meal, and throw down $3.99 for Big Bumpin' for the Xbox and Xbox 360. There are 3 different games at Burger King, but we like Big Bumpin' the best. It's just like the bumper car ride at the carnival, except you get lots more than whiplash for your bucks, including a 4-player mode and online play over Xbox Live, complete with achievements. You'll also see some Burger King icons in there like the Subservient Chicken and Brooke Burke. That's today's Attack This. Visit g4tv.com/AOTS for links to all these games. Still ahead, is iTunes as successful as everyone thinks? We'll tell you the real story in the feed. But up next, we'll give you some advice about the L word. No, sorry, it's not lesbians, but love. When we go in your pants, you're watching TV's only source for all the stuff you care about.